On behalf of the Rural Fire Service and Fire and Rescue New South Wales, thank Dave Owens and Mary O'Kane for what has been a comprehensive inquiry into the last summer's bushfire season. By way of some statistics, this was a 6-month inquiry. 1,967 submissions were made by members of the public from a variety of backgrounds and demographics, from parliamentarians and other government departments to members of the public and indeed, as the Premier alluded to, victims of that tragic summer. We have already started implementing and acting on some of those 76 recommendations. We have, of course, thrown another $45 million already into the season that's before us. That includes $10.7 million to retain an extra 100 firefighters who have been responsible for mitigation work. We've already employed 94 of those 100. 120 vehicles have already been included into the RFS Orbat, into their capabilities, and that another 70 vehicles will be upgraded to ensure that they are fit for purpose. These 76 recommendations are wide-ranging, but what they also show is that there's no silver bullet. The last summer was caused by a crippling drought, seeing an increase in fuel loads. That's a matter of public record. What we also know is that the vast majority of these fires were started by lightning strikes. And of course that's not something that a government, no matter how hard we work, can prepare for. But what we can do is prepare our communities and our combat agencies to ensure that if we do find that we face ourselves before another firefighting season that we've just seen, that we are in the best placed position. And that includes, as a result of these recommendations, a much stronger focus on aviation assets. Those aviation assets will be now deployed in the evening at night time. Those aviation assets will also ensure that whatever is available around the world is considered. We're also looking at the welfare of our firefighters. 70,000 firefighters put themselves at risk or certainly volunteered themselves available. We want to make sure that because the RFS in New South Wales is the largest firefighting service in the world, it is also seen as the world's best practice. A number of other recommendations which I know certain sections of the community will be concerned about: ability to deal with native fauna when we see animals that have been injured as a result of bushfires, mental health of those firefighters so that we don't see them slip by the wayside and they become, even though they've had a difficult season, they continue to be wonderful assets to the people of New South Wales and be fit for purpose when it comes to the capabilities that we offer in the Rural Fire Service. We are prepared for the next season. What we're not prepared for, of course, is the unknown. I think what we see out of these 76 recommendations is going to sharpen up our ability to prepare for the unknown. I think what we see from these 76 recommendations is a fire service that has been fit for purpose. There certainly was not any real criticism of the way that we approached the last season, but we also want to make sure that given this may or may not be something that we see again in our lifetime, we don't as a community have to face the level of anxiety that we did in the last bushfire season.